Recording starts. One. Okay, go ahead, Benjamin.
Okay, you said, I don't know if you can remember, in our last class that we should remind you for you to teach us how to close ports.
How to do
And again,
what?
for you to give us how to close ports.
Play sport.
You said close, how to close ports, how to close ports. Can you hear
Okay,
me?
okay. How to close ports.
Yes. And again, you said you will give us links to platforms for the practicals, like where we can be doing our normal practicals after our graduation. So
You've
you said
already
you will
seen
give
number
us the
one.
link.
Try Hack Me was number one. The second one is Hack the Boss. Try Hack Me. Fortunately, Dr. Maxwell brought it up earlier. You guys should have had access to it after the project. So, but now the first one is up already. That's Try Hack Me. And the second one is Hack the Boss. So, if you had followed my prompting earlier and gone to visit the site, you see how interesting it is and how engaging it is daily. So
Tryhackme.com.
try
Yeah.
hack me, yes. I think I
What
posted
of the other one?
hack the boss. Type it on
Okay, can
Google.
you just yes, can you just type it on the group and just post it so we can.
Yeah, the link of the first one is in the group. I think I posted it for 2 3 days. I'll still do that again later.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Yeah, then closing of ports. To close ports is not hard. All you have to do is first of all, when you find the port, you you know first of all when you search and know which port is on, then you actually now decide which services it is running. If the services is running is not the one you need to run, you close it. You look for where it is and close it. And how best to look for things that you don't know. I already showed you how to find answers with ChatGPT. So you, for example, let's practicalize that. Let me check which ports are running on my Windows. I hope we're on recording, right? So that all these things will be catch, will be recorded. What is the command to find the ports that are running on Windows? I told you guys the other day. What is the port to find commands ports? What is the command to find the ports that are running on Windows? Are you seeing what I'm writing?
To find port.
He said
To find port, Abi.
yes to find the ports on Windows.
Nmap space
Windows, Win,
minus SN.
Windows, not what's it called? Not Kali, not Linux. Windows,
Okay.
Windows.
Not on Kali.
Yes, Windows.
Okay. I don't know.
You don't know, you've forgotten because I told you guys.
Can't remember. Can't remember.
Yes, I'm supposed to give you for punishment for not remembering. And most of it, I don't think you guys practice every day. You need to practice every day. Make sure you touch your, you open your system and touch your Kali. Run commands every day. Make sure you do that every blessed day. Did you hear what I said? Eh?
Okay, we
Yes,
have this.
every day.
We will try.
It's not about trying. You have to do it. Unless unless you're not serious yet, you have to do it every day. Ensure you run a command on your Kali because You already have an AI personal tutor. See, let me tell you guys the truth. The road is damn long. You started well. Now you have information. Now you have some kind of skills. See, the extent to what you can achieve with what you know is unendless. What we are going to do today, the penetration stuff, is just 1% of what you can do in that platform. And if you can achieve 50% of what is obtainable, even 20, we are doing 1%. If you can achieve 20% of what is, if you can do or be able to know how to do 20% of what is happening on the juice shop, trust me, getting a job will be one of the easiest things you can do. But some of you that want to japa, I know people don't want to tell me. Some of you are doing this thing because you want to japa, start any little thing, you fly abroad, tell them it is cyber security. You think I don't know you people? I know all of you. Want to leave Nigeria and run away. You don't know that Mr. Brian is in your heart,
Uh,
but
Mr. Brian, I have a cousin brother. He's into cybersecurity. He's earning up to 7K monthly.
and you are here in Nigeria drinking
I
Coca-Cola.
swear. And
And ah, at least you know that it's not a joke. So the
honestly,
command I use to find ports that are open on Windows is netstart dash A. That's what you use to find the ports that are open. At least every day you have to be conversant with the ports that are running on your system. For example, I know some ports that are open on my Windows that are not supposed to be open. Okay. Why I kept them open so that I could remotely access my laptop with my phone. For example, one of them should be port telnet, I think so, telnet to port 22, unless I've closed it. Let me check whether it's there again. Okay, I think I let her close it. Where you do MS M service something. How do you get the service? Um, what's it called? Part of Windows. Remote desktop connection. Let's see. Okay, I needed to get the full service line. How do you find it? MC. Let me see. MC. MR. It has to be something with MR stuff. So none of you have gone to your Windows to do stuffs. XRC. You guys enjoy every day. Run, yes. From run, I think I could find it. That's it here. Services.msc. I hope you guys are seeing.
yes, you can.
Yes. So when you go to run on your command prompt on Windows, then
Sir, I cannot see your screen, sir.
Amira, why can't you see my screen? Because it's open. I can see it all.
I'm I'm just seeing it now.
Oh, okay, you're just seeing it now. Please see my screen. It's very important. It's very, very important. So the first thing I did was to go to the taskbar and check on um, run. Then when I opened the run, I came straight to. I have to type in. The reason why is here because This services.m, you have to type it in yourself. Services.msc, and you will see what is going to pull out now when we send it, you see the prompt, what is going to bring out. My phone gave me an alert, so I needed to take care of it. So here is the services. This is where you could find out the services that are locally, where you can find out the services that are running on your system, and also to enable any service. So let's look for remote connection. That should be uh, SSH. SSH. Open SSH. Can you guys see this? Is there anybody not seeing what I'm doing? I hope you guys are not sleeping.
You're active.
Yeah, active. Others are sleeping. Shitabe is sleeping. Faith
No,
is
sir.
sleeping. Okay, we'll continue sleeping. So this is OpenSS, and we know that SSH is used for remote connection. If this port is running on your system, an attacker could easily remote connect to your system. So let's start it. Then we'll go and recheck the command line again. From our command line, you can't find port 22 or port 25, port 22, telnet. Okay, SSH should be port 25, but we'll find that now. You can't find the port here. But once we enable it and turn it on now, we'll rerun this scan, and you will see it will come up. So let's start the service. I click the start. Now SSH is running. So let's recheck the command prompt again. Net start dash A. In fact, it's even the first one, port 22. Hope you guys can see it.
Yes, you can see.
Yeah. TCP. So it is listening, meaning anybody who has my password and my username can actually access and take over my system for now locally. So how do I turn it off? Simply go back to where it is and turn it off. If there are any other spots that you're looking for, you come here, find if it is active or not, then you turn it off. So I'm going to stop it. Every other port you're looking for that is running, you find out that it's running, you can actually come here and turn it off. This is for Windows. So when you're in your Kali, you use ChatGPT to ask questions, ask reasonable questions, ask engaging questions, and it will be able to guide you through on how to get what you're looking for. So, on what we are trying to do today, we are trying to solidify the knowledge on software development. You know, software development security is part of the domains. It's part of the domains on that is treated within the ISC2. If you have actually gone through it, which I suppose as someone that is graduating, you should have done that in your week 2 or week 3, week 2, where we have security and risk management in domain 1, asset security, security architecture and engineering. We have communication and network security. We have identity and access management. We have security assessment and testing, and security operations domain 7. Then software development security. This domain covers the security of software applications throughout their development cycle. It ensures that security is integrated into, what's the first one? Into what?
Design.
Good. Then coding. Then testing and deployment of the software. So if you design wrongly, of course the coders will code wrongly. And of course you'll be testing the wrong thing. And you'll be deploying the wrong thing, which has holes, different types of vulnerabilities inside it. So now on the use case, we said that secure coding practices, developers should follow guidelines to prevent common vulnerabilities like SQL injection, SQL injection, or cross-site scripting in web applications. On the to-do list, we said a beginner learning about web development should practice writing code that avoids vulnerabilities by input validation technique. Who can explain to me what input validation technique means in layman terms? I said it that these guys are sleeping. It's all right.
We are trying to think about the question. We are asking.
So nobody is sleeping. Oh.
The ladies are sleeping probably because it's only the guys that I'm hearing their voice. That's how the journey is.
You know,
A, a journey of 1,000. You see, on the graduation day, it's not everybody that graduates. It's not everybody that passes through. That's why it is still Oyo on your own. Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Now, input validation from the way it stands, it means a way to secure what goes in. Input. You are taking an input. You need to validate it first. And what is validating? Validating means you need to screen it. Why is it possible or why is it needed? It is needed because to prevent malicious input from being executed. This input validation technique, when it's in place, it prevents malicious input from being executed. The website, the web application we are going to take advantage of, which is the web, what's it called, Juice Shop. If it has input validation in it, we will not be able to do what we are doing because it will screen our inputs. What we are trying to do is to load in virus into the input and use that virus called payload per se. We will load the payload into the input form. That payload will now go to the database and get us everything we are looking for. That is what it is. So we see here that we have this is an input form where you have your username and you have your password. You'll be surprised to know that most organizations, their infrastructures are still using default password, admin, username password. Some of them are using admin as domain, meaning you could see admin at benjamin.com if Benjamin is their domain name. I don't know whether you understand what I mean. You could see
Yes,
admin
yes.
at let's say google.com. So all these types of how do they call it, loose and unique, it's not unique, it's very rampant, usernames and passwords, they are very weak and they are not supposed to be used in systems. So now, instead of putting in the right username or the right password, our guy or the pen testers will put in a payload is a crafted and modified uh, weapon used to target a vulnerability in a system. Now, we are told that the web application we are looking at is vulnerable to SQL injection, and that's what we want to do. We want to practice SQL injection on that web application. Okay, so when we put in the payload into the username aspect, into username form, it will go and fetch us an access from the database. It can bring us back the admin access so that we will have admin rights into the system. When we get admin rights, we will now buttress our strength to find out everything that is inside the database. We'll find out the users, the accounts, the products, the wallets, the ID card, the every information that we want, we can find them in the user base, database. And that is how dangerous it is to have an application that is not secured or probably that does not use input validation. It will be very, very prone to SQL injection. So the payload we are going to be passing into the username is apostrophe. Is this apostrophe? Let me type it so that it will be clear. So we are going to be passing in this payload apostrophe or 1 equals to 1. We're going to be putting this into the username field. Why are we not putting it into the password field? Most times some of the password field have little validation. Yes, Benjamin, raise up your hand. Yeah, you're saying something.
Okay, so I noticed you added okay to this payload. You added dash dash at the end, but it wasn't like that the last time we did the practical.
This is just to comment out the code, assuming what's it called? It's just the code that is there. Most times, some systems will need to comment out the code. Some applications might not need. This is like an ending of the code. But the main part of the code is the or, the first apostrophe or 1 equals to 1, then the semicolon. So just also for you to know that that dash dash can also be added. Sorry, sorry. So let's dive right in and do what we came here for. Someone wants to join. Shame. You are late. Shame. Shame. How do I pronounce that? Please, someone help me again. Shame. Right? Did I get it right, guys?
So,
Shame. Okay. You pronounce it.
it's
Shame. Welcome. So I'm going to go straight and perform the stuff, but I'll be explaining as I'm going. I will not explain too much so that when you have questions, you could stop me and ask me. And I hope that we could just wrap up in the next probably 1 hour so that you guys can catch your rest. Localhost 3000. Our juice shop has been, our Burpsuite is, okay, I'm going to log out. I need to log out first because I think there's an account that is here before. I'll log out, then restart the page. My Foxy Proxy active. Okay, let me disable it. Burpsuite also on the proxy is up. So I'm making sure that everything that we need is intact before we start. So, one, two, ready, go. What I'll do first is I'll turn on my proxy server. It is on. I'll go to my Burpsuite and get my intercept switched on. Then come back to the application and it's already intercepting the website. So to tell us that it's already working. So I'll come to the account, log in. Whose name are we going to use as a fake payload? Whose name? Let's use Sheung.
Our normal val now
No, the last person that came to class, the
as
latecomer. We're going to use her name.
okay.
Sheung. Sheung.
And that
So,
Yeah.
username.
so,
So the password, the email Sheung and the password Sheung.
so,
So press
And
enter.
it's the one that his account. I'll use the account to practice.
You said?
He will also drop his account. I want to use the account for practice.
Okay. So I've already pressed the login. So let's go and see whether it's been intercepted or trapped. We'll forward, forward. Be careful when you're forwarding so you won't pass it. And there it is. Can you see it?
yes,
It is down here. Sheun, Sheun. So I'm going to edit the email side. Amira, yes, your hands are up.
Sir, I don't get that Burpsuite. Like, are we to type this thing, the address in the browser of the Burpsuite, or I still don't get that Burpsuite?
What I did was to someone's background is too noisy. Shitabe, sorry, is you. I think your background is too noisy.
Sir,
I think, yeah, thank you for your background. Thank you for closing it. So, Amira, what I did was to come to the login and try, what I'm doing is a flag, like I'm trying to deceive the website. So, I use a dummy password. Now, this dummy password is not sent to the database of this application. Rather, it is sent to my Bob suite, which traps it. And inside that Bob suite, you could see email Sheun, password Sheun. It is now inside here that I'm going to start doing the attacking, the injection attack. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Sir, no, sir. What I'm asking, like, okay, if you look at there's this request to http/localhost, like, are we to type the address on in the open browser to access it to this page?
Oh, you mean the localhost 3000?
Yes,
The the juice shop, right?
yes, sir.
Okay. The juice shop is http dot localhost dot 3000. It is a fixed
Yes,
address. It's the address of this juice shop. Once you type it on your
yes, sir.
once you type it on your what's it called browser, it will load the application that you just built with your command line.
Okay, sir. So how does it now connect to our Burpsuite?
Good. That is why you have this Foxy proxy. Are you hearing me? On
Yes,
this
sir.
on your system, once your Bob suite is activated, it traps the internet of The work is to intercept browsers. This proxy is configured in such a way that it will be intercepting here. And also, the Burpsuite has its own browser. How many of you know? The Burpsuite browser does not need to activate proxy. It is already automatically activated in the Burpsuite browser. So why I did not tell you guys to use the Burpsuite browser is that I wanted you guys to learn how to do it manually. Maybe when you grow up, when you advance, you could just use the Burpsuite and use the browser that is inside the Burpsuite. If you see, there is open browser here, right?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes.
But we are not using this one. We are using our local browser, which is on the Kali. And with the intercept on and the Foxy proxy, the both of them are connected together to intercept whatever it is that we are doing on the browser. Shortibo,
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
good. So now let's edit the payload on the email address. We use apostrophe or 1 = 1, then our semicolon. You see, I did not put the dash dash. So I'm going to forward it. When you press forward, when you click forward, is as good as doing send. So I'm going to send it now. When I send this, this is what is going inside the database. It is what is going inside the database. And within split seconds, it will go into the database, fetch us or override the username and the password and give us an admin right, which is what we need to go inside this system. So now I've sent it. Did we waste time? I think we wasted time in stuff. We are going to redo it again because it did not. Hope Burpsuite is connected. Okay, let's disconnect and start again. Disable. Probably wasted a lot of time when we're explaining. So now I will enable it. Let's refresh the page first. I saw a network disconnect while we are discussing. Perhaps what disconnected the session. So enable Burpsuite intercept on. Then we'll go back and let's use our friend's name again, and login. It automatically sends us here. So we forward, we've seen it, and we change and impute the payload apostrophe or 1 = 1, then semicolon. Then we forward it. Now we are already in. Don't save. I don't need to save it now. If you check the account, you will see. If I disconnect now and check the account, our account is on admin purposes. You could see orders that the admin has made, his payment option. If you click on his payment option, we'll see it. If you click on his saved address, we'll see it. His own digital and wallet too, we'll see it. His order history, we'll see it. And we could even export data, check data erasure, change the password from here. And we could do a lot of things from this his user interface here. But we want to do more. We want to go into the database. So let us go into the database. And one of the easiest way to get into the database is to search for items. It's a juice shop, so we're expecting them to sell juice. So let's search for apple. If you search for apple, if you search for banana, if you search for juice. So I'm using apple and I click enter. Now look at this what's it called? Address. What we are looking for that is being trapped, we'll be looking for a field that has the search query, which is what we just searched for. So we'll be looking for what's it called? A log that contains this search query on our Burpsuite. So we'll forward. Normally you will see it on the first line. So number two is also going to be a get because we are trying to get something from the database. So forward, forward again, get rest basket one, forward again. Now we have get rest products search. Is this what we are looking for?
Yeah, yeah.
Good. Now we are entering the next stage, which is to go into the database. Now from here you can actually do Control R. R for rabbit. Control R. What does it do? It takes this whole log and bring it into repeater, the repeater interface. So you click repeater, it is here. What I did is I was on proxy interface. So I use Control R, I just press Control R and it sent all those things that are there into the repeater. So now into the repeater, we'll now start um, imputing our second payload. What did we search for anyway? Apple or banana?
It was Apple.
Okay. So immediately after the question mark, sorry, the equal to sign, we have the search, question mark, Q, letter Q. Then immediately after the equal to sign, you start Apple. You use your search, what's it called, figure, Apple semicolon apostrophe normal bracket, not coil bracket, two normal brackets, then plus union select, union plus select plus one, then dash dash. Remember the dash dash that I told you before? It's used to close a code when you're writing code in most programming language. Here it is used to close the code to say that we are done with the search request. So now when you get you can grab this first line that we use now, take it to ChatGPT and tell it to explain what this copy, explain what this code does. Okay, I think I should have an account here with ChatGPT. So I'm telling you how to. Oh, the intercept is on. Sorry, it wouldn't work unless we use Windows. Windows will not be intercepted. So let's try Windows ChatGPT. ChatGPT. So what I'm doing now is to let you know how learning occurs. Even if you see something online on YouTube, you practice it, it works. Then you could now check what is the component of this thing that works. Oh, we can't paste it because you cannot move from one machine to another that is not inside the machine. But we can actually let's type it physically. Let's type it physically. So I need someone that has smart retentive memory that will cram the the payload. Where is it on the box suite? We have get slash rest slash product slash. So we've gotten rest get get the recording back on. Okay, let's copy that stuff here. We have get space slash rest product slash search question mark q equal to apple hype apostrophe then two brackets plus union select union plus select plus one control C. I hope it does not scatter our first line of code. So let's take it down so that we still make reference to what we have. So guys, from what we've already done so far, you see the dangers of not having what's it called? Validation, input validation. Hope you guys see it. Normally, those codes,
Yeah.
those codes that I typed in are not supposed to be allowed. That is why there are some websites they don't allow some kind of characters. When you type some kind of characters for your username or password, they don't allow it. So they will tell you use numbers and alphabets only, uppercase and lowercase sometimes for your username. But password, you could put any kind of character you want on your password because it's meant to be safe. But on the username, they will maintain a particular what's it called structure. So let's check ChatGPT to explain that code that we did now. We we're about to run. Say explain the components of this line line of code. So Amira, you're going to I don't want us to waste much time in explaining it. So let me rush through it. Don't worry. It says that it is an example of SQL injection attack. How many of you can see it? Shayon, where is Faith? Faith, are you there? Or are you sleeping already? I think she's sleeping. Amira, are you there?
No, sir.
Yeah, no, the guys are awake. It's the ladies that are sleeping.
No, sir.
So the code, the command that we're about to run said it's an example of SQL injection attack. SQL injection is a technique that exploits vulnerabilities in web application by injecting what? What is it injecting?
Manage SQL statements into input field to else.
Exactly. So the get rest product search, the get means this suggests an HTTP get request, which is used to retrieve data from where?
From a server.
Good. Now, the REST product search, this is an endpoint of a RESTful API that is being targeted. It implies the application has a route or endpoint that searches for products, which is true. Then question mark q equals to apple. The question mark q equals to this represents a query parameter being passed to the server through the URL. The q is likely the parameter used by the server's endpoint to accept or search query. The apple with apostrophe, the value of the query parameter. Notice the single quote, that's apostrophe. It says at the end, which is used in SQL to signify the beginning or end of a string, literal in SQL. So the last part, which is the union select, the first one is saying this sequence is closing the previously opened string. We've closed the first, then the apostrophe quote and the potentially breaking out of the context of expected string input. Then the plus union plus select one. Union means a SQL operator used to combine the result of two select queries. When you want to combine a field, you use union. Select one. This is a simple SQL query that returns a constant value. In this case, the number one. It is used here to inject additional SQL logic. So, in other words, what we are trying to do now is the system needs us to find the total number of rows and columns that is in this database. Else, it will not respond to us. Now, look at what I mean. We are going to send that query, that payload now, and here on the response part, this is where we're going to be getting the results we need, whether it's successful or whether it's not. So we're going to press send. All these things I'm doing is not going inside the website. It is on the Burpsuite. Only the one that is successful that will go into the website. But we are already, what's it called? We are already searching the database from here. We're already poking the database. So we get an error. Of course, it tells us, it gives us an origin of our request. Then we have an error message here. An error message which says SQLite error. Select to the left and the right of union do not have the same number of results column, which is another way of saying you have not guessed the right rows and column that is available in the database. Let me see how many rows and column I kept here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Coincidentally, I used 9 rows, and of course, if I if I'm trying to, if let's say the number of rows and columns or number of rows and columns is in that database is 20, you keep on guessing till you get the right one. Only then with the database open for you. So for this particular um, attack that we're doing, I know how many database it has, but we are going to search, we are going to iterate it from 1, 2, 3, 4 until we get a success here. Once we get a success message, then we've succeeded. We can now go further from here. So one says error, we add another one with comma 2. We send it, we also get an error, we add again comma 3. We get an error. We are trying to know how many rows and how many columns that are there. Number 4, we tried 4 rows. It says there is an error. It is not it. We use the 5th one. We tried 5th one. Error. We continue to number 6. I think 6 also gave us error. We get to number 7. 7 gets us an error also. We get to number 8. 8 gives us an error. If you are following me, let me hear you say error.
Error.
Okay.
Error.
Okay. Now I know those people that are sleeping.
Error.
Yeah, I see. Error. So now we are going to try the number 9, and we got a what? What did we get here, guys? What did we get there?
Success.
Success. Good. Now, meaning the first ID, the first role has an ID. Second one name. third one description, fourth one the price, fifth one so forth. Oh, I hope this thing I need to be sure that it's counting. Okay, it's counting. So now we've gotten the number of rows and columns that is in the database. Let's even take one more step ahead to find the individual the individual columns or the rows, what is stored inside them. And of course, um, take advantage of the database more to get more of what we are looking for. So we are going to go in to modify our code now to do an extra work for us inside the, the database. Let me get the code. I think I copied it out somewhere. Okay. Now let's modify our code. Number one is assumed to be the first column. Is it column or the first, what's it called, row? Which one is column? Let me go back to this, please. Sorry. Which one is column and which one is row? Guys, which one is column?
Um, uh,
A is what? A is column, right?
I think
And B is rows.
A is column and B
Row.
is row.
Yes. Okay. So we are going to modify. It's expected that all we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You see it? So we have the same matching number of rows and columns. Okay, let's modify our code here. Let's change number one to SQL, SQL, and from number 9, we'll go into plus from plus SQLite, SQLite underscore master, then plus. I expect you also the same thing we did with the first code to ChatGPT to explain it for us. You can also, when you're doing yours, do the same thing with this second code. Tell it to explain it for you where what it is. And also be mindful of typo errors. When we send these, we're expecting to go inside the database more. Now we are talking about we have the database name, SQLite master, and also we are assuming that the first code should give us what is on the first column. So send, we also got an success. Now look carefully. When I scroll down, I now have more information. ID, the first column or the first row ID, what we have here is the table on addresses. We have address. The second one is what? What's the second one, guys? If you can see it. Basket items. The third one is basket. We are already inside the database. The fourth one is captures, the security captures. The fifth one is card. This is the ATM card. The sixth one is the challenges, probably the password challenges, the authentication challenges. The seventh one is compliance, if there are complaints by the users. The eighth one is deliveries. Are there any deliveries that have been made by any users? The next one is feedback. We also have image captures, and we have memories. We also have privacy requests. Now we have products. We have quantities. We have recycles. Are there any products or stuff that have been deleted? Now, also, imagine if you are the
I
one,
put
imagine if you are using this site or this is your favorite site like Jumia and someone gets this kind of access. See security answers, security questions, those things you think you are keeping secret. Users, the users that are using the application. Then the sweet part. What is here?
Wallet.
It sounds nice, right? Wallet. What
If
stays
there
in
is
the?
money inside.
We'll find out whether there's money inside. We have also the create table. So we've been able to go in a step further into the database. Now, what we are going to do is I am going to go inside the wallets, the wallet section. I'm going to go inside this section and find out all the users or their wallet address, and we'll look at it. Then for your assignment, apart from doing all this, you will have to pick each one of them and go inside them, just like the way I want to do in the wallet. You go inside them and take a look around. When you're doing it, you're going to be making mistakes and you're going to be learning. You're going to be cracking your head. You're going to be figuring out the mistakes you're doing. You're going to be getting the results. Then more enlightenment and more answers will be coming to you. You'll be knowing it the more how to, in your mind, it's just like somebody tied your eyes and you are looking for a way. So by the time you find the first way, you say, okay, this is how I found the first way. Then you start looking for, or even if your eyes are not tied, you are inside someone's room and you're looking for stops. You know where to find what, and where to find what. So for us to go inside each one now, we will update the code. Now, this is a bit like mathematics. Instead of from SQLite, which is SQLite, which is the database itself. Now I'm going to do from wallet. Like I am seeking something from wallet. I am seeking to find out the rows and the columns and the contents from wallet. What we have here already is give me the rows and the columns and the contents from the whole database. That's why it listed it up. Now, to go into each of these boxes, so I'm going to do from wallet. Also remember that databases are what's it called, case sensitive. You might just want to copy the name so that you won't type it wrongly and replace. Because if you type in the wrong one, it will not respond to you. So we have. So what I'm going to do is I want to exchange all these numbers with these stuffs that are here. Let me know possibly whether they will come. Of course, number one should be name. Number two, description. Then number four, number five, number six, number seven. I will leave them that way so that I won't scatter the database. So the placeholder where the SQL is, I will change it to name. This name that is here, name. Second one is description. Should I put description? Let's leave it at this. So I have name, and I also have whatever is on number two, number three, number four, number five, number six, number seven, till number nine. Then we are looking at stops that will get us. We are looking to get all these things from the wallet, from the wallet. So let's type it in. If you send this and you get an error message, just know that you need to go back to the last code that worked, which is the from SQL Lite Master and the SQL. You have to go back to the last code that worked so that you can retrace your steps back. I hope I'm going to make mistakes so that I can go back again and show you guys. But if I don't make mistake, it's good. I've already told you. When I send this now, you see, I made a mistake. So you're lucky. No such column as name, meaning in the column of wallet, in the box of inside the database of wallet, there is no column as name. I think there might be a column called ID. Let's check ID. If I didn't find any column called ID, I'll just leave it as one and say let's type in send success. Okay, there's a column called ID. In fact, now we've seen the column, we can actually okay. The first column is ID. The second one is name. Okay, so let's change number two to name. 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 I hope nobody has slept. If you have slept, you are doing the wrong thing. Let's send it and see. Error message. No such column as name. Okay. Since you don't want to accept name, let's use our two command two. So we have ID 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll send it and we'll get our success. So what are we even inside? We are inside the wallet. What information can we even get here? Does these people even have money inside their wallet? I think we should even be on the card, not even in the wallet. Let's see whether we can get to the card. Guys, are you with me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, because
So,
I think wallets is just like if you want to send
And
money to
wallet is,
someone,
I
they
think
will
wallet is
send you
not like the money part. Wallet is just one
address.
place
It's just like an
money to
address. It doesn't contain
items.
money.
okay,
It's not
okay,
like that.
okay. So let's see the card. Let's see. Let's change the wallet into card. Remember what I told you that the database is case sensitive. So most times you might just take a screenshot of that first initial database picture and keep it where you'll be seeing it. So that if you want to be changing, if you want to be entering all of them, you can know where to be entering instead of going back to rewrite the whole code. You could just be changing it from where you want to go. So I don't know whether it's card or cards. So let me try card. If card is not it, then I'll put S at the end and see whether we'll get a success. So let me press send. Error. There is no such table as card. So do you agree with me? Let's put S so that it will become cards, right?
Yeah.
So I've added S, then send, and we got a success. We got a success. So what exactly do we even have in the card? ID, name, description, price, chemical products.
No money.
He said no money. No money. Why don't they keep money inside their what's it called? Select clause inside their card.
I think I saw something like deleted, update, like they have deleted the money inside the
Okay.
car.
When you're doing yours, feel free to enter every part. Okay, look at what I'm going to do now. The first one ID, I'm going to put SQL. So let's see whether if the SQL, of course, yes, SQL starts with number one to let us know that Okay, we are inside this database. Then whatever remaining on the numbers should be updated. Let me press send enter and see. No such column as SQL. Let's say plus SQL plus 2. Just bear with me. Let me check something. I have SQL. Okay, that's the first load. The first load that we did, which is from cards. Then name, description, price, ID, name, description, price. Okay. Let me scramble it plus name. I think it has told us before that there is no column called name. So let's use ID. Number two, let's change number two to name and number three to description. Let me see. Description. So you can imagine the kind of learning you will be having when you get to this stage inside this place. And it's very fun. No such column as name to change you to number two. No such column as description will change you to number three. Of course, it will go through now and give us a success. But I wanted it also to explicitly tell us the stuffs that are inside the card. And anyway, we've recorded a good number of success today. And I expect you guys to go back and get to this place, explore every explorable. So let me go back to the last code, SQL, sorry, from SQL database, SQL master, SQLite underscore master. So that's the one that has the full database success. So where we see now, look at another thing else you can do. Guys, watch. I just remembered something. Let's go to that wallet, or let's go to the cards. Man, this is beautiful. What I remembered now is very, very beautiful. Product, quantity, recycle, security questions, security answers, users, wallets, and cards. Where is cards? Did I pass cards? I think cards should come before wallets. CARD. Slow down, Brian. Slow down. Memories, captures, feedbacks, deliveries, complaints, challenges, cards. Okay. Now, guys, watch. This place is very, very interesting. Okay? I hope I didn't go too far. And I wish I could enlarge this a little bit so that I will show you guys something. Let me close this place. Good. Now, let me increase the font for this particular part. So the font, I'm going to put it to 20, or let me put it to 17. Okay, close. I think it's bolder now, right? Oh, my guys have
A little bit.
okay, a little bit. Should I increase it more?
It's okay like this. You can see the content.
Okay. So now, watch.
Can increase a little bit because me, I'm using my phone now.
Oh, sorry. You can actually pinch on your phone and increase. Increase the, what's it
But
Well,
called?
it will not be
I'm also
clear. Like,
using my phone, but I have to zoom in or
Okay.
to zoom out.
Let me put it on 20. Let's see.
manage it like that.
So let me put it on 20. So this is what we have.
Let me video it.
So now, inside cards, this is cards. The first one here is users. You can see I have users here. Sorry, users.
User ID.
Just
Okay.
users. I have users and I also have ID. When you check yours and zoom it very well, after the cards, which is the name of the folder, okay, you will see users, you will see ID, and they are inside small slant quotes. You will see ID. So users number one, ID number two, you see full name number three, you see card number four, you see expiry month number five, you see expiry year number six, you see created at number seven, updated at number eight, something else should make it number nine. Uh, Maybe okay, user ID should be number one, then users number two. So let us, since it matches 1, 2, 3 to 9, let us exchange it on this our code, because I'm having a feeling that once we use it on this our code, it will fetch us the direct information of this card, because I am sensing that the system is sensing that we don't know the name of those individual columns and rows. Are you with me, guys?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah, so let's do it and see what happens. The first one is user ID. So we change SQL to user ID. Remember that it is case sensitive. User, capital letter I, then D. Then also number two, we change number two to users. Then number three, we change it to number three is I have ID here. Have we used ID before? Number three is ID. Okay, ID. Then number four is full name. Number four is full name. Let's change number four to full name. Full. The full name F started with small letter. Why did it start with small letter? Hmm. Okay, let me go with it. Full. Then it's using a camel letter casing, where the first letter is small, then the middle one should be big. Full name. Then number five is card number. Number five is card number. We have CARD, capital letter NUM. Then number six is expiry month. Expire month. Number six is XP month. Then number seven is expire year. Once you get the expiry month and expiry year of a card, what else is remaining? Otilo.
Excellent. Excellent.
You have the full name, you have the card number, you have the expiry month and expiry year. Then, of course,
I think
one of these placeholders will be for the what's that code that is on the back? What's it called? Uh,
that's the function code, and
CVV.
it's just
Yes,
remaining that
yeah, CVV. So
CVV.
let's even check. Now, there's a possibility that when we send this, either the first one or the second one might be wrong, but let's even send it and see what it gives us. But I would like to, how I wish I could just copy this and screenshot it so that I wouldn't have to come back to the whole stuff again. So let me see if I could copy it.
But Mr. Brian, I have a question now.
Yes, ask.
So we have not indicated that we are going into the cards road because we just put the normal inputs that is from 1 to 9. But I think before you the command that will direct you to the to where the card details, I think you have to put cards before that when you remove the SQL.
Mm-hmm. No, no, where the card is yes. Okay, what is currently here is SQLite Master, right? Thank you. So we have to
Yes.
update it to cards. Yeah, thank you very much for that. From plus cards. Thank you very much. Thank you. That's very observant. So let's send it. I'm trying to. keep this in a place where we could, so that if we have mistake, we could just update it. But it's not. Let me see. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not pasting. It doesn't want to come out of this machine. Ah. Hmm. Can someone snap it? If it's possible to snap it.
Let me not see. I'm just sure. Let me snap it.
Okay.
No, no.
Have you snapped it?
No, I'm on it.
Okay. Remember, if your phone is not high resolution, when you snap it, when you take the phone closer to the screen, after snapping it,
Yes.
you will see your village people's shaking color.
Yeah,
It will just show in the phone
okay.
one time. Okay, so we have user ID. We have the what's it called, full name. Let me even count it from back and see how many it is. Updated at 1, created at 2, expiring date, expiry year 3, expiry mode 4, card number 5, full name 6, ID 7, users 8, user ID 9. I think we might be lucky to get a success. I think we might be lucky. So let's send it. I'm having a good feeling to send it. So send. Now you see we got an error. It says no such column as users. Users. So let's remove users. That means there is a column called user ID. So let's remove users.
Be less from the users. It should just be only user.
Let me put 2 and see. Success, guys. We have success. We have success. Watch. Guys, we have success. Yeah. So ID is one. Name. Why didn't you even bring out the name for us? Then the price should it, I think the price, what they replace the price with should be the owner or the name, which is the administrator. Then
Administrator.
then this should be the card number, right?
Yes.
After the card number, expiry month is 2, which is February. Then expiry year is
Yeah.
2081. Year 2081. Yeah. Right. Then we didn't put anything on number 8 and number 9. So guys, this is just a peak of the a tip of this iceberg what you could do inside this platform. So I need you guys to take your time, one step at a time. Remember, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be as quick as you want it. But of course, expect to have results. Expect to fail, so that when you fail, you see it as learning. Expect to fail and get the results very well. And I'm rooting out for you guys, and I trust that you guys will do it. You guys are relent. You guys relent and are resolute. I've not seen any one of you just giving up. So that's interesting. Now, is there any other thing I'm going to do before we say goodbye? Anybody that has a question, please kindly ask your question before. Yes, Amira.
Yeah, yes, sir. I want to ask question about this payload. Can they use payload for this DOS like denial of service?
For denial of service, payloads. Every what's it
Yes,
called?
sir.
Every attack method has its what's it called? Payloads. Yes, because look at how it works. I think Benjamin was asking me something today, and okay, sorry. Before I go there, you see, for every success you have, your the dashboard, the juice shop will give you a success. So the first time, I know when you guys did the first one, you got the first Yes, the first one that says you successfully solved the challenge error handling. Now that we have gone into the database, you have a second one. We said you successfully solved the challenge database schema. Exfiltrate the entire database schema. So if you also go to your uh, command line, you will also see the successes that you've already made. This is the first success, error handling. Second one is solved with 3 star, database schema challenge. So for any error you get, I think it also puts it there. No such column as name, no such column as card, etc. So Amira, what you wanted to say, what you were saying, I wanted to clear something. Benjamin, okay, go ahead.
Okay, my question is some kind of skeptical, but let me just ask. So when you break into the admin dashboard, so you go to cards, is there any, I don't know, is there any payload you can use to, move out money in case? Like, is there any payload they can use to move out money?
When you are in the database, you have access. So far as you are inside database, it's assumed that this is your house now. So the question is, if you're in your house or if you're in your let's ask you, if you log into your bank account, can you move out money from your bank account?
Yes, because I have the pass, the transfer pin.
Of course, you have a transfer pin. Now, it's also now you recognize that there's a transfer pin. So the person that is coming to steal from you that has successfully logged into your account, I think logging into your account should have been the hardest thing that you think the person should do. The transfer pin would be one of the easiest things to break in. Of course, he has to say guess it. So there are also practices or skills, tactics, brute forcing. You can brute force. I've seen where they sent OTP and they brute force and use a system to get that OTP. That OTP that will be sent to your phone, the attacker will set up stops. As the OTP is coming to your phone, he intercepts it on the way.
They are seeing it immediately.
There, there's even a way of replacing your phone number. If they want to replace your phone number, they'll be giving the code.
hmm
As
hmm
they
Or
log
better still,
with
to not disturb you, they will include email, dual
yeah.
OTP. SAT. When they send to your phone, they also send the email, so they will not even disturb you. You will have keep holding the phone, okay? We have the email address access. So it's nice you are thinking all these things because once you are in the industry, you should be thinking front, back, left, center, everywhere, up and down, so that you cover every angle. Now, all these questions you are asking are things that I expect you to, interact more after you guys are already graduates. So you need to keep yourself busy with interactive questions. You already have ChatGPT. Thank God. If this is 10 years ago when you are learning cybersecurity, it would have been more harder for you because the resources online will be very few. But now, at least you have AI that is knowledgeable enough to at least help you to troubleshoot well and also get to the right answers. So, Amira, what you're saying, I think I explained something to the guys in the class, in what's it called? Class E, is it class E? I think it's not 8, class 8 today. Let me see whether I could share with us. One, two. So this is the last thing I'm going to share with us before I call it a day. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. So you can mute yourself, Amira. Mute yourself so that you wouldn't disturb our ears. Thank you. So, guys, there is something called cyber kill chain. Ensure you look it up on Google, read about it, understand it. There is a good graphics on it. I think we are even going to pull it out now. Yeah, let's pull it out since we are sharing the whole screen. Cyber kill chain. Mhm. Images. Let's look at. Let me see the ones that is not too ambiguous. That will just serve the purpose that we want to do. Save image. Let me save the image here. Yeah, this one we have now. I think it's very very okay. Something wants to download. No, I want to download this one. This one is much clearer. Benjamin, your hand is up. Yeah. Oh man, why is it
Okay,
waiting?
Mr. Brian, this whole this whole practicals that we did was based on the Apple that we search. So, what about other products? Are we going to have the same answers if you search for another product aside Apple?
Apple. What is Apple? Okay, yes. Yes, if you search for banana, if you search for juice, the main thing, Apple is not the Apple is just something you use to search into the database. Of course, when you're searching, you have to search something that probably that you anticipate that will be in the database. If I'm looking for a database, I should just search name. I know there has to be a name inside the database, or I'll search for ID. So now that I'm in a juice shop, I just searched for anything like banana. They might have banana juice. They might have apple juice. They might have orange juice. They might have pineapple juice. So you can even before you even activate your what's it called your proxy browser and everything, so that the internet will not block you. You can actually go through the entire product so that you will see what they
Website.
have inside their product. Then when you're not searching, you could just search intelligently. Let me visit this site.
Uh,
I need to bring this their picture and hold it out well. Okay, let's read. One, two, ready, go.
the cybersecurity team. Okay, the cybersecurity team marks the stages of cyber attack from the early recognition,
Reconnaissance or reconnaissance.
from
So
the early reconnaissance stages
to
to
data
data
exfiltration.
exfiltration.
Now, continue.
Okay, the cybersecurity team helps us understand and combat ransomware, security breaches, and advanced persistent attack (APT in bracket).
Good. So we are going to do a little bit of explanation about it now. Let me see whether I can wait. I can now download it as normal image because I want to take it to what's it called? It's still on. Let me just screenshot it one time. I don't have time to waste. I'll screenshot it, then pull it up in our whiteboard. I'll pull it up in our whiteboard. Go to screenshot. That reminds me. I hope you guys will give me, will do Christmas for me. Amira, I know you're a Muslim. You will do Christmas for me. Oh. Oh, no, no, no. You will wait. No, you wait during Salah time. That's when you will do for me.
Sharply.
Yeah, no problem, sir.
Okay, you will do Salah for me at least. I know I'll be expecting big good. Okay. Okay, now we are here. Mhm. Let me crop it out. This is very, very important. If there is nothing else also you get in this lesson, this is very, very important. When an attacker is coming after a system, there are stages it goes through, or he or she goes through, before he succeeds.
Wait, I think
three,
it's my phone.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, the first stage is this English here stands for search, inquiry. What do you call it?
Recognition.
Reconnaissance means to search, to make inquiry, to find. Passive gathering or active information gathering. Before an attacker attacks, he will first research on that thing he wants to attack. If he's attacking a business, he will first research. How does he research? Of course, they have Google. We have active search and we have passive search. Passive search is the one that you do low key without disturbing the system itself. So you can go on Google, what is the name of this business? What does it do? Where is their address? Do they have any phone numbers online? Do they have any email online? Gather as much as information that is open there. Once you've gathered it, now you can now do some active steps, which is trying to probe or using your nmap to scan to see whether there are open ports or see all those things you are doing. You are gathering information. You are trying to know this system, does it have any vulnerability? This is where you find whether the system has. This first stage is for information gathering. With the information you've gathered, you will now use it on stage two. On stage two, this is where you start looking for the vulnerabilities that exist in this image that you or in this system that you want to go after. Once you find any vulnerability, let's take for instance you found that it is vulnerable to SQL injection. This one we did. Now you go and prepare your payload, just like we just prepared the apostrophe or equals or use anyone. Once you get it, you come and exploit. You try and use it. Once you pass this first stage, then you enter the database or you go a step further. Once you enter, then you can now, do like big boys, scatter, check all the whole rooms, check everywhere, look at the things that are happening. Once you do all those that, you can now actually decide to build your own house, build a gate, or build systems inside there so that you can come out innocently and start accepting it from or assessing it from far. You can actually also try to perform denial of service or anything you want to deny or you want to do. Then finally is the main code which you want to use to take over the system or whatever. So for each of these steps, this Q chain is a chain. It is expected that you, that is a cybersecurity analyst or personnel, if you don't catch or monitor, if you are monitoring, if you don't catch him on the first one, you should catch him on the second one. If you don't catch him on the second one, you should catch him on the third one. Your goal is to ensure that he does not get to the final stage. Once you are in the final stage, it will be hard to remediate the situation because the person must have succeeded in doing everything he's doing. In fact, build so many houses inside your house, put so many keys and storages that you can remotely access. So, as a cybersecurity analyst, you should be aware of the cybersecurity, the cyber kill chain, the 8 phases of cyber kill chain. The first is the information gathering. The second is intrusion, exploitation. Try and read up about this. Read up in depth. If you go on Google, I think we found this on Google. That page gives them that article we had there. You could also look at some articles and articles that are like it and read up about it. So let's do a quick summary so that I go. The recognize stage, the observation stage. Attackers typically assess the situation from outside in order to identify both targets and tactics for the attack. Intrusion, based on what the attacker discovered in the initial phase, they are able to get into your system, often leveraging malware or security what? Security what?
Vulnerabilities.
Yes. Then exploitation, the act of exploiting those vulnerabilities and delivering malicious code onto the system in order to get a better foothold. They want to balance well. The next one, privilege escalation. Attackers now often need more privileges on a system to get access to more data. For example, he doesn't have your code, your OTP. He needs to get it. He needs to find a way to get it so that he can have more free, more hold. So for this, they may need to escalate their privileges often so that they can get admin rights. Lateral movement. Once they are in the system, attackers can now move laterally to other systems and accounts in order to get more leverage. They can, if you are in a company, so far as you are using the company internet, the person can move from your computer to the next, to the another person's computer, to another person's computer, because all of you are using the same company's internet. Now, hey, English, obfuscation
Obfuscation.
and anti-forensics. In order to successfully pull a cyber attack, attackers need to cover their tracks. Okay? And in this stage, they often lay false trails, compromise data, and clear logs to confuse or slow down any team that is coming after them. Denial of service. They can now go ahead to disrupt any normal access to the users or system in order to stop the attack from being monitored or tracked. Extraction, exfiltration, the extraction stage, getting data out of the compromised system. This is the last stage. You were asking, Benjamin, you were asking whether it's possible to get stuff out of there. Now, it is at the last stage that you can be able to pull out. So, look at also how the diagram goes. The first is recognize, intrusion, exploitation, privilege escalation, lateral movement, obfuscation, denial of service, then explication, and it keeps on going like that. And it also gives you what's it called? The tactics or the techniques that can be carried out in such stages. For example, intrusion is brute forcing. Part of what we did was also to brute force the password of juice shop. In intrusion, they can brute force. In exploitation, they can look out for activity for blacklisted geolocation, failed privilege escalation, etc. So, guys, I'm exhausted and I need you guys to go do your work. And it's nice being with you guys. And I believe that we've gotten something very interesting to work on today. So, thank you very much, guys. And we'll see some other time. So far as you're in the group, if you want to continue staying in the group, you're more than welcome. You might mute the group so that the distractions might not be much, so that you might get important information when they come in the group. If you are out there, do not fail to let others know about the good work we are doing. We need them. We need eligible people, eligible learners, so that we can keep the program running. We are looking at a stage where we might actually have a base center, like a training. What do they call it? It's not training center. Uh, Often we might want to grow into running a security operations center and also running other research centers on so far as cybersecurity is concerned. So we have a future ahead, but we have to keep on being alive till then to work and do everything possible to do what we're doing. So thank you very much, guys. I love you guys. It's been nice working with you guys, and uh, I assure you guys that you guys are going to be successful. My DM is always open to questions and stuffs. My help. If you still have what's it called, bottle of wine to send across, Mr. Brian will take